What's up, guys? Welcome back. For this vlog, I wanted to take you guys through some of the events that happened this month. Man, it's crazy to think that April is almost over. At the end of this week, April will be over. There's been a lot of stuff. A very, very exciting month. A lot has happened. And so I wanted to take you guys back. What I do for work is I work for a church as the youth director and media / worship and everything technical. I basically IT for the church, along with odds and ends. I'm the AC contact guy. I am the contact if there's something going on with building 2. I deliver mail to the other buildings. I do quite a bit of stuff at the church. That being said, I did get a couple POV shots that I wanted to include from Easter. And I wanted to, after Easter, it was a whirlwind. Easter came, which was on Dad's birthday. I have no clue. I had taken a couple clips, and I have to see where they're at. I don't know if I even kept them. But
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Get a book.
I had taken a couple clips because Grandpa and Grandma were in town. Grandpa, Papa Mario, and Dad went back to their hometown for a family reunion, and in doing so, they wanted to go with the goal of, or with the objective of, sharing the gospel with family. And Grandpa's family is not. They were predominantly Catholic, and then just outright drunks and not great people. I mean, sinners. I mean, we're all sinners. And there are times when we're not great people, but they went and they presented the gospel. And while down there, 6 of our family members came to Christ, which was awesome. And then following that, we had Dad's birthday on the 11th, and we celebrated Marcos. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of what we did for Marcos' birthday. And Marcos, both Dad and Marcos were basically rolling in it in birthday money. They were enjoying their weekend.
Happy birthday to you.
And you.
Happy birthday, dear Marcus and Jones. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my goodness.
Yay. What was that? You said Marcos twice.
Oh my God.
No, I said.
You see what I gave you?
Hey, move the back. Hey, move the black bag. Move the black bag. I can't see.
Tell me.
Come on, muscles.
Boys, stick your feet. Okay.
What'd you say?
What is it? What is it?
A softball.
Let me see what.
The softball. Is it a softball?
No, it's an outfielder's glove.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I put it on his list.
You put it on the list?
Well, I helped him pick it out.
Okay.
Those are Dick's Sporting Goods.
Say that?
Yes, those are equipment shoes at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh my gosh! What are they doing?
Here. Should be good to go.
I think so. Doofuses, man.
Nice.
Ooh, a Texans hat.
Nice. Yo.
I'm too bad.
No, you're not.
Have you seen
Hey, it's adjustable, brother.
Like one notch off.
Bro.
We didn't wrap that shit.
Ooh.
Ooh, rainy sketch.
What is this? Oh, that's mine. I'm kidding. What is it? $50.
Arrow.
Magic hat with money.
Wow, dude, you're up to $320.
Dude, that's more than me.
$321.
We've got the voice chains. Voice that you made in what, a month?
Is that he's becoming more mature and that he is good to be around. And that we drove together yesterday. It was fine. Yeah, it was fine. And then what I like about Joe is that he says he reels and I get to laugh and fall out of my bed. I didn't tell you that happened. Yeah. Yeah. But yep.
Hey, can you say yours again? Because the microphone cable wasn't plugged in right here.
Oh, what?
Come on.
What?
What you said about Marcos?
Oh, I said what I like about Marcos is that when I ask for a drawing, he usually says no, but then he ends up giving it to me. But the drawings they're inspired by me. Yes. He likes the way I drew what's it called, Bumblebee. Yeah. And what I like about Joe, he's a snack run man. When I ask for a snack run.
Oh my gosh, my train of thought just went away. I don't know why I've been feeling weird with the camera lately, but what I love about Marcos is that he's not only become such a handsome man, and I love his hair, the waves, great, but he is young man, sorry. Clarified. Okay. You know what? Sister Deborah did say that Josue, Ruben, and Marcos look like triplets. I thought that was kind of funny. But I think that Marcos is really down to earth.
That's hilarious. Why?
I like that laugh. And well, getting as far as his personality goes, he's someone who's a big. I see that he's an acts of service kind of guy in the sense that he makes things by hand. He does it with love. He takes his time, and I've been impressed by just how far he's come. And with Joe Angel, well, we go way back till 2019 is when he came to the church. You know, Joe Angel has always been such a fun person to be around. I loved our food reels, conspiracy reels, and honestly, your coffee recommendations. And I feel like we just have a lot of common ground when it comes to fun stuff like that. And Joe Angel, you're part of the fam.
What I like about Marcos is that Marcos is very creative, he has a very big imagination, and it's just like, it's fun being around. What I like about Joe is I'm able to talk to him about football and powerlifting, and when we laugh, we both have that big guy laugh, and it's really funny. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Old.
He's 7. He's 21.
Is that LeBron hairline like this? Every year.
What I like about Marcus is that he helps me with projects, and at the end of the day, he ends up doing it.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
What I like about Joe Angel is that whenever he sees me trying to play electric guitar, he's like, "That's not how you do it. Let me show you."
What I like about Marcos is that he's very thoughtful with his gifts. You know that they have taken time, even if he whips it out real fast. But honestly, that you have continued with drawing and painting and art to such a high level is really impressive, and I think that's cool. That's cool. And Joe Angel, I mean, I guess how we've already kind of said it, you relate to each one of us, and you know, we share something in common. You really are part of the family. If you like were cool with 90% of the family and then like hated on one of the boys, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you're out. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Thank goodness. But yeah, no. Whether it's anime or football or, you know, music or art, you know. So, I also admire your consistency with the social media stuff that you and your friend are doing, and also, yeah, very, very impressed with that. You don't have to say. Oh, you can say for Joe Angel. You can say no.
What I like about Joe is that he likes to doodle, and I think that's really cool. Well, he can make up stuff like on the fly, and his imagination is like very wide. Oh, mine is like
that. My favorite thing about Marcos is that he gives me, like, he critiques my artwork. And then what I like about Joe is that he's very fun to be around, yeah.
What I like about Marcos was that he actually taught me how to play with the boys Ultimate Frisbee. Before Emmy was here, we played Ultimate Frisbee a lot. And also just watching him like play the piano with Emmy too and spend time with her too. Same goes as Joe Angel too. That's what I love about Joe Angel, is that he'll go, like earlier today he was playing the piano with Emmy, and how he's also a mediator between the boys. And when Eliseo and Caleb had the barbecue sauce incident, Joe Angel came in and was like trying to just calm things down. So I appreciate him.
You weren't here.
You weren't.
You could have just driven to the McDonald's. Okay. All right.
Dad, Dad went to McDonald's and got me barbecue sauce.
Oh my.
It was like. Yeah, I went.
Okay. Marcos, what I like about you is you like to perfect things. You have turn it like this. Okay. You like to perfect things, and so, like, for example, you're doing the One Piece artwork outside, and it looked really nice to me. Like when I saw it, and you're like, no, because it needs white here. Wow. Okay. So you have that eye for doing things and knowing how they're supposed to look, and I don't have that. And I do believe that God has prepared you for a very special job. I don't know what it's going to be, but what I can tell you, Marcos, is that I've seen two young men grow up, and I saw the way that they were as young boys and then young men, and they pretty much stayed the same. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is what they liked. Exactly. No, what I'm saying is
that just means that Marcus is going to go to have more anger issues. More of this.
No, they
oh, he really had the gorilla flare.
the young men grew up and they didn't do those negative things. But I do see like some of the trying to do things in a certain way. So who knows what whenever you decide what your career is, you'll be really good at it because you have very good technique at trying to see things and do it in a really good way. Joe Angel, just today I was who was I talking to? Oh, Hermana Nelly, and they were saying something, and they go, "You took all the bread." That's what they said. "You took all the teleras," and I said, "Well, yeah, I've got to feed a lot of people after school, after church." And they said, "And does Joe Angel come too?" I go, "Yeah, Joe Angel comes and eats." And she says, "He's such a nice young man. You know, he sponsored some of the youth last year to go to camp." And I said, "Oh yeah, he's very helpful." So this is what I was boasting about you. Very helpful. And even like sometimes here, you'll start cleaning up. Nobody tells you. You start cleaning up. And how many times has my husband called you and said, "Joe Angel, I broke this on the car. You come help me."
Hey, I just ordered this new part. Can you install it on the truck?
Anyway, I really like that about you, Joe Angel.
Joe goes, "I know every single mod on that truck because I put it there."
Anyway, I think that's a very good characteristic to have.
All right, hold on. You do Marcos, not I go last.
My favorite thing about Marcos is how better he's gone at his artwork. From the very start, when I got here, saw that he was artistic, so we immediately bonded over that. And over the years, I gave him pointers and stuff. But he's really grown into a great artist. I can see it in your artwork how much better you're getting. And so I know if you decide to go into art, you do have a fantastic gift and talent for that. And your consistency in helping in the back with the audio stuff and dealing with mine and Caleb's crash out over you on that. You handle that well from us, and I see that in you, and that's a good quality to have, especially because we tend to get exasperated at times when we're dealing with a lot of heavy stuff, but you take it good and you learn from it, and your willingness to learn from that stuff. So, yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, you put them on, then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna whisper into the mic so that way you can hear me." And then I started.
That was before you even started.
I know that's before. I was like before we started, and you saw my hand signal. I was like, "Down, down," and you were like, I was like, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to echo what Joe said. You've been growing and getting better at the sound, and you're observing more, which is great. Your observation of the service is getting better, and as that grows, your ability to be able to mix on the fly, no matter who's there, what you're hearing, you'll be able to adjust it. And so, yeah. Also, because I went going last, everybody said all the good ones. But even the fact that you whipped up Luffy, you drew the picture one day, and you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna put it to canvas." Like in a day and a half, he sent me a picture on the same day. He's like, "I'm putting it on the canvas you gave me." I was like, "Okay." And then he sent me a picture that night, and he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Dude, what the heck? I thought it was gonna take you a while." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm almost done." And I was like, "Yeah, he's got a Mickey Mouse hand." He's like, "Yeah, I know." And so he's been working on it. Marcos, I think what I like about you most is that you take criticism well, as long as it's not meant to hurt you. You are able to take the criticism, apply it to what you're doing. You don't take it personally. You see it as information to grow. And there's a lot of people out there that take criticism personally, and they don't grow in their crafts. So you can take criticism from Joe in your art. You can take criticism even from someone who can't draw but has an eye for something that looks good. It just shows that you're not, you're thick-skinned enough to see. Yeah, you're not close-minded. You're able to take that information, apply it, and then get better. And so, and you're humble about it. So, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you're a humble brag. Every time that people are like, "Tell me about your brothers," I'm like, "Oh yeah, one of them is an artist." And they're like, "No way." I'm like, "Yes, I have one brother who's a." Yeah, I was like, "Come check out my office, bro. Check out my office. I'll have many pieces. I have two Batmans, and I'll have a massive Luffy on my wall in my office." And so, And yeah, you're again. I still think that you're gonna be the most aesthetically pleasing brother. I'm telling you, you're gonna be a K-pop star, brother. You got the hair for it. You got the eyes for it. And you have the build. I have a feeling you're gonna. I still think that you're gonna be the tallest Moreno too. I think you're still gonna be the no, he's not. No, but I have a feeling you're coming for like 6'2". I have a feeling that you're gonna come to like 6'1", 6'2". Yeah. But happy birthday. Yeah, well, and that too. I criticized your pull-up game, and then his lats started growing, and he was like, "Bro, oh, you know what?" I told him. He was like, "Hey, come look at my pull-ups. Tell me what I'm doing wrong." And I go, "Hey, do a scat pull, and then pull your chest to the bar." And he first did it. He was like, "Oh, why is it so hard?" And then within a week, he was like, "I can do 3 now." And then the next week, he was like, "I can do 8." I'm like, and the next thing you know, he goes, "Look, I'm growing my wings. And he got little triangles now." I'm like, dang. I was like, that's how Elias started. I was like, him and Josue doing the pull-ups. Yeah, he was turning into a Dorito. Next thing you know, he's gonna be part of the same giraffe gang from camp. The mammoths. The mammoths. They were the tall dudes with the middle parts. But yeah, and then Joe, I think my favorite thing about you again is also our love for anime, our love for laughing, our subtle racism jokes. It's subtle. It's like Papa Mario subtle. It ain't like really bad. Yeah, not like Walita. Yeah, not that level. But I just
Credit for it turned to be into it.
But yeah, I think just our enjoyment for laughter, our enjoyment to just talk about anything under the sun, and weirdly get obsessed about weird stuff, and just share our passion for creating. Like, hey, like Joe, what do you call it? Indulged me when I got into a random game. And then he sends me a link for a game that just opens Pokemon packs virtually. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm like, hey, no judgment. I'll check out the game. I was like, it's not for me, but like, still. There's random stuff that we'll get hooked on, that we'll start investing time in. And he'll be like, hey, what are you talking about today? And I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. And he's like, oh, check out this random thing that I started doing. I'm like, all right, cool. So, yeah. So, for sure. Big bro, love that you're part of the family. This is why every time I ask you if you get a promotion, I'm hoping the promotion's here in Austin. That High Verdes is not trying to get you out of state, because you'd have to find something like this. You'd have to find this all over again. So this is great. Just be careful. I said yes to that same prayer. 6 months later, I started dating Crystal. So just know it works. It works. God answers prayers. So, but yeah, love you, bro. Happy birthday. We have to give you a review too. Got chicken, mac. Well, that doesn't come with it, but we got fries, the cupcake, and the Gum Gum Lemonade. What's the review? What do you think? How was the drink?
The drink was good. Let's see.
Out of 10?
10. I'll give it a 7. It's still pretty tart.
Definitely still controlled by the lemonade.
still definitely controlled by the lemonade for sure.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese hitting as usual.
Yeah.
Spicy chicken, same thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say the rest is like classic Popeyes.
Yeah, the rest is classic Popeyes. No rolls.
Yeah. We'll bust into these here in a second. So we're about to bust into. We ate all the chicken. We ate 6 out of the 8 pieces on our 8-piece. But we're about to bust into these cupcakes. And you won't be able to smell this, but man, it smells just like a pink Starburst. It
Get the roll of the pink Starburst. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it smells like. It's so crazy. All right, you take the first bite.
See here.
What do you think? First impressions?
The smell of the pink Starburst is really overwhelming. So I'm tasting Starburst right now.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me get that. Wow. It's almost like a cotton candy aftertaste. Hardly any strawberry.
No, just pink Starburst.
Yeah. Man, it's so sweet. Yeah, dude, that's that's nutty. Scarlet Johansson. Yeah. But yeah, and all this is happening. The 12th was 8 days out from Eloisa's due date, and so I have some footage of us leading up to that due date, and I don't want to spoil anything because I want to make a specific birth vlog, birth experience, and I don't want to spoil it on this vlog. I'm even on night duty right now, and I'm not going to spoil it. But I can show Seeger. He was dreaming a second ago. He was kicking and growling in his sleep. But this month has been so full of blessings, but at the same time full of some scares.
Well, we're gonna come down here in a little bit because Crystal wants to get one of these.
Yeah. So as we progress, as I try to finish, hopefully I can finish it. I'm not even crossing my fingers. Big old fat fingers. Hopefully I can get through this vlog and start chopping together. I already did all the data management, so there's no excuse. I need to go ahead and just chop it up and get it done. So, yeah, enjoy this vlog. Stay tuned for the next one. This one's 16. We got 17, and then we got 18. We're just gonna keep chugging along and see what we can do, what we can pump out in this year of 2026.
Today is Friday, April 17th. Chris worked her last day at work today, and we out here walking, doing laps. Hopefully we get a baby this weekend. We'll see what happens. And I'm giving myself some grace. I'm gonna try to put out 2 vlogs before I put this one out. Mainly just because I'm gonna be sleep deprived whenever I start thinking about trying to edit this. So here goes. We're gonna try to document as much as we can of this birth experience, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. I have no control over it. It's all up to Isa and Chris, and we'll see what happens. All right. Hopefully my allergies don't act up. Also, testing out my new Wondered 6-liter sling. I think this is gonna, if it works out, this is gonna be my camera bag, my hospital camera bag, with the DJI Osmo Nano. I have in here a set of microphones, a 10-foot charging cable, the S9, and 2 lenses. So hopefully everything works well. And I even am carrying my laptop and I'm testing it out because I just got it today. Try to pack it, see how it goes. Yeah, but it's game time, baby. This weekend, hopefully, we're praying that Issa gets here this weekend. And if that's the case, sorry for not finding a sub, youth.